Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is a What If Deku had a Guardian's, well, give me a second here. This is What If Deku had a Guardian Seed quirk, part 1. Now before we begin our episode off, I'm in the midst of creating a future What If for a later date. This new What If I'm going to release will be released after I knock off at least 3 or 4 What Ifs on my playlist that I have already made. This What If this new What If I'm gonna release later in the future is what if Deku was a Soul Reaper from Bleach. So he'll have a Zanpakuto. I already picked out the Zanpakuto and Zanpakuto's release date and what form it takes when he goes Bankai. I just haven't figured out his Bankai powers yet. Now let's get on to their story. As Izuku gets up from the morning, as he eats breakfast, as to help, as he sits at the dinner table, as Lilith, Rosefield, his mother, sat next to him as they're discussing some things. As Izuku gets up, as he has to, as Izuku finishes breakfast, as his mother's like, "Son, I think it's time for you to go to your first. The driver's ready for you. Why don't you head off to school? I'll see you when you get home. I'll be home later tonight. I have some business to take care of." As gets up, as he walks out the door, gets in the car as they drive off, as one of the staff asks Lilith Rosefield, they her few of her staff are really close to the Rosefield, so they've been working for the Rosefields for a very long time, like for a couple generations. So yeah, it's think of it as like a branch family of the Rosefields, basically. For they deal with security, maid. Some of them are maids, some are security, some are butlers, some are drivers. They're completely loyal to the Rosefield family. Miss Rosefield, I know it's not my place to ask this, but why are you sending him to that type of school? That school is well known for producing villains. What I've done background on the school itself. As Inkos exactly. His quirk, a nice quirk, his seed summon refuses to obey or cooperate with him, with my son. So I'm putting him in a situation where they're forced to work together. Everything I do for my son is I have a reason behind it. But I but it warms my heart that you do care for Ezekiel as much as I do. Of course, Miss Rosefield, my family and your family, I've been working for your family for our my family's been working for your family for generations. Just worry about Ezekiel, ma'am. He's not the friendliest people. He's not the friendliest person when it comes to people with quirks. I know. I know my son sees the people with quirks as the enemy, as a foe that he has to strike down. But give him time. He'll during his time in Japan. I expect his views will change after what I have planned for him. I already have plans for him to attend UA as a seed. to show the population that the seeds are not a threat. Given the seed population is not really prominent here, but it will once my plans come into motions. The people that do not have quirks will have a choice to gain abilities if they so choose to. And while I do that, I just rake in the money. After all, it's only natural to. Sorry, guys. It's only natural for me to want to help the general population and to charge them on the side. After all, I am running a business after all. Judging by their income, the price will fluctuate. The rich will be priced more, middle class will price medium, and the most unfortunate when it comes to income, they will be priced very low. Anyways, I must take my leave. I have a meeting with the Hero Suppress Task Force in an hour or two. They're interested in what the seed project is. Before we cut further into the story, this is Kirishima's twin sister. This is only like sort of best looking one I could find. I saw a couple of female Kirishima ones, but I like this one a whole lot better. So, because they're twins, she's going to have a hardening quirk, but it's going to be a diamond hardening quirk. I mean, you got rock, metal from Tesu Tesu. Now you got diamond. And her name is going to be Kira. It is his first day of middle school, but but the year has been going on. It's not the first day of middle school for everyone. They've been the school's been in session for about maybe 3 weeks because making a trip to Japan, to America, to Japan, it takes a little bit of time in flight. As Izuku's in the car, as they pull up, sir, this is the school. As Izuku gets out, thank you. You coming to get me after school? Affirmative, sir. Good. I'll be out waiting as soon as the school ends. As he looks at school, so this is the school. What a piece of shit. As it's a rundown school, it's a bad part of the neighborhood. This school has produced its villains. It's not like they were trying to. It's just a lot of the people from this school go down the wrong road. I don't know what's worse, going to this shitty school or going to this shitty school with a bunch of corks freaks. With a bunch of corks freaks. As he's not very happy going to school with a bunch of people with corks. He despises people with corks. Doesn't matter. Anyone gets in my way will be crushed. As Izuku walks into the school, as he goes to the principal's office, just to get his schedule, as they inform the teacher, their new student has arrived. As Izuku meets the teacher outside the classroom, I like, so you must be the new student. It's a pleasure to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you, Sensei. I'm Izuku Rosefield. Very well. Class is going to be class is in session. Why don't you come inside and introduce yourself to your new classmates? As the teacher walks in with Izuku, and she's like, "All right, everyone, calm down. We have a new student joining our class today." As everyone's like, "A new student," as they look at Izuku. Name's Izuku Rosefield. As they're waiting for more, Dear, what's your quirk? As the teacher asked. I have no interest in divulging any more information. As one of the kids, like, huh, I bet you the bastard's a quirkless. Bet you he's a quirkless freak. As Izuku points his finger at the guy, as a small burst of red energy goes right past him, hitting his cheek as it cuts his cheek as it hits the wall. I don't have a quirk. I'm a seed. As everyone's like, what the hell is a seed? What what a seed means? I'm better than I'm better than all of you quirkless freaks. Get in my way, and that will be the last mistake you ever made. Sensei, where's my seat? Over there, dear. I thought he was going to be polite. He's polite to superiors, but he's not. Yeah, he's not very happy right now. As Mina's like, well, he's interesting. Mina's surprised what Kira's about to say. Well, he's not that bad. He's not that bad to look at, but it's a shame about his personality. She socks Kira shooting back of the head. Pay attention. We're in class. Sorry, sis. As he scratches his head, he hasn't, gone full redhead yet, so he's still in black hair. Kira, yeah, Kira, she's a natural redhead. Really don't know what a seed is, but I want to know like who did his hair. As everyone can see clearly that it's white silverish hair with bright crimson red streaks. He walks to his seat as he gets real close to the guy that made that remark. As he puts his hand on his shoulder, near as he whispers in his ear, talks near his ear, as he's like, "Try something like that again, freak. I might be forbidden to kill any of you here, but I could definitely boot you in the hospital. So watch yourself. After all, I'm the superior to you in every way. It's only natural because I'm a seed." As the guy's confused, he kind of is disturbed by the threat, but he's more confused than anything else. Like, what the hell is a seed? As no one knows what a seed is. Only like a few people know in Japan what a seed is, and some other people, but no one in the class or in that school all together, except for the principal. He knows he knows what the seed. Lilith has informed him of the situation, what he is. He is a he has an artificial quirk, as America defines them as seeds. He sits down. He's sitting between Kira and one kid can't keep his mouth shut. And she looks over to Izuku as she's like, that's not the best way to make friends. As Izuku looks at her, I have no interest in making any friends at this school with any of you people. All that matters is my training and gaining more power. The rest of it doesn't matter. As he, as he, pays attention to class. During their day at school, it has been everyone noticed that Izuku's really bright. He's really smart, and he's not shy about it. Like, he doesn't brag about it, but he doesn't try to hide it either. We cut to Lilith as she's in a meeting with the Hero Suppressed Task Force. As Nezu is present, so is All Might, and so is the director. Whoever I pick for the director, I haven't. Now I'm sure if I'm not sure who he's going to be this time around, but All Might's there. As she explained what the Seed project is, and she's like, as you know, there's a huge population of people that do not have quirks. they do have the gene, but they just don't have enough of the gene to develop any powers. So what I do and my company does is we use nanites to finish off the geno and create a somewhat artificial quirk. The abilities range varies between subject, patient, I guess you would prefer, but they all develop a summoning quirk to some degree. My son is the only seed that has a sentient summon, a, a seed summon, what we call it. And before you ask, All Might, no, I've had no contact with All for One. As his eyes widen, how do you know about him? All Might, I brought my child to this country. Of course, I did some research on the villains that are around this area. And I full well know you have had altercations from All for One. I know he's been out of action for a while, but I'm not stupid enough to believe that you killed him off. I bet you he's just biding his time, waiting to strike. I mean, All Might, you should know quite a bit about seeds. You spent some time in America doing your hero work. As All Might's like, yeah, I've came across a few seeds. Not for very long. It seemed be a they seem to have very powerful abilities. I was just worried that you had any contact with All for One. If All for One captured you or any of your staff, I don't know what he would do. As he's like, Miss Rosefield, do you have any intention to bringing your son into UA? If he's a seed, yes, in front of him. Yes, of course, Nezu. Yes, I have already things in motion. He will be joining UA when he becomes of age. After all, he is the number one most powerful seed in America. Even without him not summoning his seed, without summoning his partner, I guess you would say. She's a bit of a handful, but during his time in Japan, will do him some good. He'll get a grasp of his abilities and hone them, like he always does with everything. I have much faith in my son's capabilities. He would make a very excellent hero. You just gotta. He does have a sort of nasty attitude when it comes to people with quirks in general. But don't worry, I have things in motion. He's attending a school in Japan as we speak. Hopefully he'll make friends for once. That's always been a worry about mine, but let's enough about family matters. Any questions, Nezu? All Might? As Nezu's like, no, I think we have everything squared off here. Nezu, I do have a question for you. As Nezu's, oh, please, Miss Rosefield, speak. And it's like, so, I'm confused. You run the Heroes course, but you also in charge of the Hero Suppress Task Force. What's... I'm just confused. Oh, that's a good question. Miss Rosefield. I I created a hero suppress task force to keep the heroes in line in case some of them decide to turn bad, just to keep them following the law. Yes, they're heroes, but they do have to follow the laws as the rest of us. They're just a lot more lenient. I understand. Interesting. Maybe I'll do something similar in America. I think that's all. You might excuse me, Nezu. All Might. I have some other things to take care of. After all, I'm a busy woman. Will you please direct Mr. Nezu and Mr. All Might outside of the door? Yes, ma'am. Please follow me, All Might and Nezu. As they leave, as we cut back to Midoriya, as it's lunchtime, as Izuku's walking around the school, surveying the area, as he sees a bunch of punks, you know, picking on Mina because, she has a mutation quirk, so that's an easy target. As Kirishima's on the ground, as one of the guy has his foot on Kirishima's back of his head, pinning him down to the ground, or on his back, pinning him down to the ground as they're picking on Mina, calling her freak, pulling her hair, pulling it on her horns, I guess they're called. I really don't know, antennas, whatever you like to call them. As Izuku sees that, he smiles. He's like, it's time to cause some trouble. As he goes up to the bully that was pulling on poor Mina's appendages. As Izuku grabs him by the back of the neck, tosses him into a locker. As he goes flying backwards into it, Deku threw his palm out at the rest of the punks as the visual energy shoots at all of them. He's not going to kill them because he can't, because he promised his mother that he wouldn't kill anyone. Hospital trips are all okay, but no killing. As 3 energy shots come out of his hand, as he uses a scatter shot, as they all hit the ground hard. The guy about to get up from that's the guy who was about to get up, the main thug, as Izuku slams his foot in the guy's chest, as he coughs up blood. He's like, you know who I am? Do you know who my brother is? He runs the school, so far I run it. By default, I run it as well. As Izuku's, huh? So you're the one of the big shots. Is your brother powerful? Yeah, he's gonna slaughter you. Good. Make sure you remember to tell your brother who did this to you. As he begins pounding him in the face over and over again, as he picks him up by the throat and slams him against the wall, the opposite wall, as he keeps kneeing him in the stomach. He stomps on his arm, as he bends down. Here. Something to remember you by, as he snaps his arm, as he breaks it, as the dude screams. Remember, Izuku, Roshil did this to you. Tell everyone. As Izuku cracks a smile, as his eyes are glowing. His eyes were already glowing because he used his abilities. As he walks off, leaving Mina and Kirishima shocked. As Kira runs over, what the hell happened, guys? I was getting picked on, and they had Kirishima, pinned down, and the new kid just came out and just brutalized the guy. What a seed is, he's powerful. If she looks down, shit, it's that guy. His brother's gonna be pissed. This is not gonna be the end of things. Things are about to get worse. And you little shit, why did you let yourself get in that situation? You need to stop being a pussy and use your damn quirk. Stupid brother. I know, I'm just don't. You need to get over it. We have a similar quirk, so if I could do it, you could do it. So stop being a pansy and man up. As Izuku, end of school, his driver's not there yet, but as Izuku noticed some kids are following him. As he's like, huh, let's go somewhere. Izuku's like, let's take this little more discreet. Izuku's getting out of earshot as two more students pop up, stand in front of him. You're coming with us, new kid. As Izuku's like, and why would I do that? Cork freak. The boss wants to see you. Ah, the boss. Interesting. Very well. Lead away. Cork freaks. As they're getting irritated. You know, things are not going to end the way you think it's going to end. As Izuku's getting a crooked smile, like in a picture. As they go into the Kendo room, where to do Kendo matches and practice for Kendo. If you don't know what Kendo is, it's basically like a sports teams, but for a bamboo sword. Basically, what it is. If you know, Japanese customs and all, and sword play and everything. So yeah, there's a Kendo team in school. He sees a group of people as he jumps down off the bleachers that's inside the Kendo uh, gym, I guess you would call it. So you must be the new kid. You got some nerve, roughing my brother the way you did. We're going to have to teach you some manners, kid, to show you to show you your place. As Izuku's like, really? Show me my place? No, you got it all wrong. I'm gonna show you your place, you cork freak. Where all you cork people with your abilities belong on the ground underneath my boot. As Kira and Mina are, peeking on this incident. As he's like, I'm right here. So, did your brother give you my message? Because I made it perfectly clear. I wanted the message to be relayed. That's why I broke his arm. You're going to pay for that, kid. Come on. Let's see what your ability is. See how powerful your quirk really is. You have a lot of confidence about it, after all. I'm going to enjoy this kid. As he goes in, as he socks Midoriya, because he has a basic super strength quirk. As Izuku doesn't move from the spot, as there was a little bit of wind gusts, a little bit, that's from the force. As Izuku smiles, as he grabs him by the... No, he doesn't grab him. As he, grab his arm and elbow him. Grabbed his arm. He grabbed his arm with his left hand and elbowed him with his right arm as he goes flying. As Izuku spit some blood a little bit. Is that all you got? Weak. Pathetic. Even the weakest seed could take you out. Very disappointing. If this is what the school has to offer, pathetic. What you idiots standing there for? Kill the bastard. As things are about to heat up, as they all surround him, as they all pull knives. Huh. Knives. Interesting. Let's see what we could do. As he's about to emanate, emanate some energy in his hand as he's about to use a scatter shot surrounding the whole area. As suddenly all everyone can see is a woman with red armor appearing and taking out all of them with knives. As no, better yet, she all everyone see is a woman standing in front of Izuku as she puts her sword back in the sheath as all their knives get chopped off. And she's like, "What the hell?" Izuku says, "Scatter shot." As he hits all the mater, all the goons, as they all go flying into the bleachers. As the leader finally gets up, as Zero grabs him by the back of the head. He slams on the ground, knocking him out. Well, this is surprising. Why did you appear? Why did you assist me, Zero? You made it perfectly clear I wasn't worthy of summoning you, so why help? As she stands in front of Izuku, simple, Izuku. If you die, it would be a problem for me. If you die, I die. We are connected. And I had a change of heart. As Izuku gives a curious look. What you mean, Zero? You're still not worthy to summon me, of course. But I will give you the opportunity to attest to see you're worthy of using me. For me to serve you. And she's like, to test to see if you're worthy to be my master. Summon me again when you're ready to prove yourself. As she disappears. Kara's like, what the hell? What type of ability is that? Esmina's like, I don't know, but we need to get out of here. It won't look good if he sees us. And it's just like, yeah, he's not too friendly towards anyone right now. I really don't want to fight him right now. Anyways, let's go, Mina. As they walk off after, she's like, but I'll definitely, as Kara's like, I definitely need to keep an eye on him. Really don't want to stir things too much here. Unfortunately for Kara, one of the thugs was recording that. It was live. So the whole school knows that the big bad boss man, the toughest kid at the school, was taken down very easily by Ezekiel and his seed summon. But everyone thinks it's a quirk, but Izuku made it clear he's a seed, not a quirkless freak. As that's a good spot to leave it off. Hope you guys have a good night and day, judging by time zones. Alright, bye.